Hello! Today we will talk about mutations in biology. Mutations are changes in the hereditary material, usually the DNA or RNA, which can be caused by errors in copying this material during cell division, exposure to hard radiation, some chemicals, mutagens, viruses, or they can occur deliberately under cellular control during processes of meiosis or hypermutation. You can, in fact, observe mutations every day without paying much attention to them. Look at the bouquet of daisies and tap on the flower with mutations to see that it has a different structure. Mutations can be spontaneous or induced. Spontaneous mutations occur under the action of natural mutagenic environmental factors without human intervention. They increase the diversity of living organisms and create material for natural selection. Induced mutation appears when the body is exposed to some mutagenic factors that aim to greatly increase the number of said mutations. Thus, the use of chemical mutagens by breeders made it possible to obtain polyploid forms of plants with a higher productivity and resistance to adverse conditions. That's how humanity got modern varieties of delicious seedless grapes. Imagine, just 100 years ago, a bunch of grapes was very small and distasteful, with a few berries and a lot of seeds. Mutations can occur in somatic or germ cells. Somatic mutations occur in any cells except gametes. They can occur in certain parts of the body, like different petal colors in the same flower, or different eye color in humans and animals, which, by the way, is called heterochromia. We can often see the latter in dogs of the husky breed. Tap on the dog. Germline mutations occur in primary germ cells or gametes and are inherited during sexual reproduction, like hemophilia, blood coagulation disorder, or Down syndrome. Mutations are most often observed in small animals. Let's look at the mouse and tap on it. This is an ordinary house mouse, but its color is often subject to mutations and has different variations. There are different types of mutations. By level, they are divided as follows: genetic mutation, changes within one gene; chromosomal mutations, changes in the structure of chromosomes, recall their structure; and genome mutations, changes in the number of chromosomes. Let's move on to the study of genetic mutations. Genetic mutations, or point mutations, are most common among mutational changes. Genetic mutations are associated with changes in the sequence of nucleotides in the DNA molecule. Tap on the gene. See the red area? This is precisely the zone where mutation can occur. Mutations lead to the fact that the affected gene either stops working and the corresponding RNA with protein are not formed, or protein with alternated properties is synthesized, changing the organism in some way. These changes in individual genes often lead to severe degenerative diseases, numerous metabolic diseases being an example. Let's consider the types of genetic mutations. By the nature of the changes in the composition of the gene comes duplication, which results in multiple copies of one gene region. Look at the screen and click on the duplication diagram. Insertion is another type of mutation. Insertion involves the addition of one or more nucleotides into a segment of DNA. Look at such a gene. The insertion is marked in red. Tap on it and consider. Let's move on to deletions. Deletion is a type of mutation that involves the loss of one or more nucleotides from a segment of DNA. Look at the scheme of a gene being converted into a mutant. Tap on it. Inversion is a 180-degree reversal of a gene section. Tap on the model and consider it. Most of the genetic changes, in one way or another, are associated with the transition of a person to a sedentary lifestyle and the beginning of intensive agricultural activity. As a result, the resistance to epidemic increases, which at one time killed entire nations, is increasing sharply. Another reason lies in the colossal growth of the human population as a species. The rapid increase forced people to migrate in search of alternative places of residence, which, naturally, differed from the usual climatic conditions. All this led to the need for rapid adaptation and genetic modification. Now humanity is working with mutations, learning how to use them to improve their lives.